Of the many Magic formats, EDH is by far one of the most popular. However, one of the most daunting aspects is that, unlike modern or standard, what makes it different is not that you need to use only cards from certain expansions, but you have different rules in terms of deck construction. The rules are: you build a 99 card deck with only one of each non-basic land card around a legendary creature or one of the few planeswalkers, using cards within that color identity. Color identity only exists in Commander and Brawl. Color identity is any mana symbol that is on a card unless it is an ability such as Extort, which would be within the reminder text. You start the game with 40 life and 21 damage from any one commander kills you. I would like to mention some groups that may have their own rules, such as after the beginning of each of your draws, like in the beginning of the game, you get to scry 2, or you may end up getting to draw an extra card, or you play all the lands that you get in your hand or something. What cards can you use? Anything that isn't silver bordered or banned. However, some groups or people may allow it, and even proxies are usable depending on the group and as long as you're not in any form of sanctioned commander tournament. Now, if for some reason you are unsure but you haven't clicked away from the video yet, you're probably wondering, why should you get into it? Well, one of my big driving points for it is that you have so much freedom with deck building at the point where not even the sky is your limit. Now, you get to control how much you spend for it as well. For instance, you don't need to spend loads of money to get something that you may only end up playing for maybe a couple of months. And there's various different price options for each of your decks, and one of the best places to view this is the Commander's Quarters on YouTube. Now, it can be a very personal experience building your deck. This can range from the commander you pick, how you build your deck, or even the cards you decide to use. For instance, I have a deck based around Hannah Ship's Navigator, which is based around like a personal historic, meaning that I'm only using cards that either have a significant meaning to me, or I can specifically tell you what product they were from because of it being from a gift that a family member or a friend got me. For the newer players, I recommend buying the pre-built commander decks. They can range from $30 to $40. You will get one oversized card, a 100 card deck, which will contain 3 foil legendary creatures. You'll get 20 double-sided tokens, 1 deck box, and you may get a life counter depending on which version you get. Now, these decks are not perfect, especially the further back you go, especially if you look through the Commander 2011 decks, I believe. It was when they first launched. They were not good decks. You could compare them to like any of the newer decks, even the lower tier ones, such as Commander 2018. Those 2011 decks were awful. Now, while I don't recommend new players buying singles, with Commander I recommend buying singles because typically you'll get the best use out of your money and you'll have a better luck buying, let's say, a foil black market in singles than it will be to actually open one from a pack, which those packs are not cheap where black market comes from. So I would strongly recommend buying singles just to get the best bang for your buck. In conclusion, Commander can be a refreshing break from the norm of playing Magic. It can add a new personal connection to the game, and while EDH isn't for everyone, I would strongly recommend giving it a shot. If you're interested Give it a shot, and you won't regret it.